Hi, everybody. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look at my my reader's advisory. I think that's what it's called, the RA part of this. So I'm just taking a look at the document as I created it here. So I'm a little unsure exactly what we're supposed to be covering, so I guess I'll just talk a little bit about all of it and what I did. So first off, Suzanne Collins, she wrote the Hunger Games. I was surprised to find out that she had written more things than that. As you can see up here, she's award-winning, New York Times bestseller. I was surprised that she had been involved in some other things, like Clarissa Explains It All. Like that's something that I watched when I was a kid, so that was interesting to see. This book in particular was very interesting to me because it deals with some pretty serious topics of when her, I guess it's kind of autobiographical, of herself as a child when her father left for Vietnam War. So that was really interesting. Had something, I'm not sure if Clifford's Puppy Days were what I would have read or if that's like a spin-off of Clifford. But anyway, obviously these were made into an entire series of movies, including the newest release that came out that I have not seen. So that's pretty interesting. I was expecting, this was on the list of children's authors with books that had been banned. So that was a little bit difficult because she hasn't written a whole lot of children's books. Most of them have been older. Well, I shouldn't say that. I guess she's kind of split maybe halfway between children's and more YA books, but her most popular stuff was definitely YA books. The only two big ones that she had that were children's books would have been The Year of the Jungle, and then let's go down here. When Charlie McButton lost power. I had difficulty finding out a whole lot about these, although they were, I guess, pretty popular. So anyway, she's done a lot of writing. There was very little personal information about her on the internet, which was pretty interesting. I guess she's more of a private person, you might say. So moving on down here, we've got... Oh, and I guess I should say that I do find a poster like this pretty interesting because I do think that it gives kids a little more insight into who wrote something, and it might spark a little more interest than was otherwise there. So I do think making a poster like that is a neat idea. Let's see. Then, a full list of what she has written, what the kids might be interested in. So this was pretty great. As I mentioned, these I hadn't really heard of before. Obviously, of the Hunger Games, and then we've got the most recent Hunger Games movies coming out and stuff. Let's see. Then we come down here to if you liked this, then try that. So I really like this idea because it gives students a something to go towards after. I mean, come on, how many times have I looked at or finished a book and been like, I sure wish I had something that was kind of like that. So one thing that was pretty interesting to me is that when I was looking for this, I obviously had some ideas when it came to the Hunger Games, but I wasn't really sure on these ones because they're kind of specific genre, let's say. Like I mentioned, this was about her dad being gone for Vietnam, and then here was a book that was kind of similar. So I tried using Goodreads to find like similar books, but it was really bad on its suggestions. Like, for this book, it gave me like literal books about Vietnam and stuff. It's like, I'm not looking for a history book for the children. And then down here with this one, it gave some other weird things. So I actually am ashamed. I am ashamed. But Amazon has some really good, what do you call those? Not demographics. Where they sort through data to... I can't even think of the word. Ignore me. Okay, so moving on. Amazon did a really good job of finding books that were similar, much to my chagrin. I wish I could have found a different site that gave me better outcomes here, but it is what it is. So that went pretty well. I just now kind of noticed that the formatting. Nope, that's not going to work. Anyway, it's staying like it is. And then my last two things down here would be my shelf talkers and my bookmarks. So I do like the idea of the shelf talker. I have actually included some here in my library. And so this just gives a little bit of information about the book. And on the bookmark itself, I thought that this is pretty cool. Although, I think that it would be neat to include like a mini version of, if you like this, then try, this other book here on a bookmark. That might be kind of neat as a student, sitting there at home or something. Something they could look into as they're kind of on their own. So that's an idea for the future. I think that's about all that we're supposed to cover here. I mean, I don't think there's really much else. So, got my annotated bibliography. Might excite somebody, I don't know. Okay, well, let's hope this is at least 7 minutes. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. All right, thank you guys for watching. And if you have any ideas on where to find some other book suggestion, like sites that kind of generate that kind of information, please leave a comment or something. All right, thank you guys so much. Bye.